Position de sanctions ciblées contre les responsables militaires et politiques rwandais, identifiés comme les instigateurs de cette agression. Un embargo strict sur les exportations de ressources naturelles en provenance du Rwanda afin de couper les financements illicites des groupes armés. Et la révocation du Rwanda comme pays contributeur de troupes aux missions de paix des Nations Unies en raison de ses violations flagrantes du droit international humanitaire et de ses attaques systématiques et ciblées contre les soldats de la paix des Nations Unies et de la SADC. La RDC reste fermement engagée dans les processus de paix, notamment ceux de Luanda et de Nairobi, sous les auspices des facilitateurs africains. Cependant, nous rejetons toute tentative de légitimer des acteurs non étatiques, comme le M23, à travers les négociations interétatiques du processus de Luanda. Aujourd'hui, la communauté internationale a une occasion et une responsabilité unique de prouver son engagement en faveur de la justice et de la paix. Chaque jour d'inaction renforce les agresseurs rwandais et perpétue les souffrances de millions d'innocents de Congolais. Le peuple congolais ne cédera ni à la résignation ni à l'injustice. Nous continuerons à défendre nos droits, protéger notre territoire et exiger le respect de notre souveraineté. L'histoire jugera de la réponse que le monde aura donnée à cet appel. Nous réitérons notre confiance en la capacité du Conseil de sécurité et des partenaires internationaux à agir avec courage et détermination pour mettre fin à cette tragédie humaine et rétablir la paix dans notre pays et dans les régions des Grands Lacs. Je vous remercie. DPKO on what it means to be a troop contributing countries. How is it permissible that a country, one of the largest troop contributing countries, gets away with killing peacekeepers, as peacekeepers from South Africa, Malawi, Uruguay were killed in less than 24 hours. This is unacceptable. It is a violation of all the principles of the United Nations. And I think that every self-respecting truth-contributing country, such as South Africa, has also a responsibility, but also a right to have an answer from the UN as to what standards it applies when it engages in partnerships and how it holds partners accountable to respect international law. Thank you.
Madam Foreign Minister, my name is Gabriel Elizondo from Al Jazeera English News Channel. Two questions. One is officials. Are you disappointed that that has not happened up until now, and that here we are at this stage still calling for that?
To answer first the question of our assessment of the security situation, it is a tense situation. We are following and monitoring it closely. We are grateful for the support and the resilience of our own armed forces, but also the presence and the support of MONUSCO troops as well as SADC troops. I will not delve into speculations. I am confident in the resolve of all involved forces to uphold the territorial integrity of the DRC, and most importantly, to protect the civilian lives which are at stake right now. Now, when it comes to sanctions and to the absence thereof, more importantly, of course we're disappointed. Of course we're disappointed because as an African country, how often is it that we have to listen to the lessons, that we have to listen to what we ought to be doing, the rules we are to be following, and at the same time find ourselves in this edifice and see that the rules that we all consider to be holy, to be precious, are being violated with such impunity. So there is, of course, a level of frustration, but frustration does not mean resignation. And we will always remind the international community of its responsibility, in particular, the United Nations Security Council. We will never, ever tire of reminding it of that, reminding it of its responsibility, but also its failure to act when it is the case. And for the past 3 years, the Security Council has failed the Congolese people. It has not acted, it has not held the people accountable who are directly linked to the chain of commands linking the RDF and the M23. Chain of commands that lead all the way back to Kigali.
One quick follow-up, if you may, Madam Foreign.
Thank you.
Minister Wagner, if I may as well, the Rwandan ambassador has said that the alliance that the FARDC has with SAMI DRC, Burundian groups and others, including the FDLR that it recognizes as a genocidal force, constitutes a major security threat to Rwanda. How do you respond to that, and in particular the accusation that the FARDC is working with the FDLR?
Well, I think we ought to be looking at the situation on the ground right now. The situation on the ground right now is that a city such as large as Goma, with millions of civilians, is being taken in an onslaught by the Rwandan Defense Forces and the M23. Granted, every country is allowed to feel preoccupied by its safety. This is a legitimate concern, and I am not questioning it, but we have to have a clear distinction between the concern and the reality. And the reality right now is, yes, maybe Rwanda is concerned with its territorial integrity, but the DRC is the country whose territorial integrity is being violated by Rwanda. It is the DRC and the Congolese people who are being killed right now. So yes, their fears are legitimate, but they are not real. They have not materialized. We are the ones being killed. We are the ones being violated, and Rwanda is responsible for that. And this is just a very shameful way to respond or to shy away from responding to such a responsibility that Rwanda bears. But we take note of that. And again, history will never forget and probably not forgive. Thank you.
Na oyo nazoloba na baninga nyonso oyo bazaka na ba réseaux sociaux. Oza na groupe WhatsApp, oza na Facebook, oza na TikTok. Salelango pona ko défendre mboka. Biso tozane ti ba voisin toto lo basio bo salaire balam te to ko katango. Mais awa poison rwandais ezoleka kati na ba téléphone na biso na makambo ya lokuta. Yo moko soki po moni eloko otali olobi oyo olobi non natala nanu Top Congo natala nanu RTNC topé actualité topé actu 30 o vérifier ce qui za makambo ya solo ba numéro na biso pe yebana bokoki pe ko benga kotuna soki omoni eloko oyo eza suspect ko panza yango te na kati ya ba groupe WhatsApp pe soki bomoni moko na bino. Parce que biso pe atoza infiltré. Balobi même kutuna bapandi sango pe misusu baza na kati. L'air yo moni mutu moko. Parce que a repartager mbala moko te. Boromona na groupe mutu wana kaka yaka na individuali boso mais ami balé. Il faut dénoncer tous ces relais du poison rwandais. Parce que biso toko gagner bango na ba front nyonso y compris na front wana. Ata baza na industrie ya ba fake news, ata bango empire du mensonge, kasi biso vérité na biso tokolonga bango. Waneza interpellation pour na batu nyonso. Je répète en français que pour tous ceux qui sont dans des groupes WhatsApp, sur des réseaux sociaux, il faut faire attention au poison rwandais. Le poison rwandais, ça veut dire la désinformation, les fake news. Le Rwanda, c'est l'empire du mensonge. La preuve, on arrive même à cacher aux Rwandais qu'ils ont perdu leurs enfants dans la guerre ici. Parce que la guerre, c'est le jeu de la mort. Ne pensez pas que l'air Tolobi, que les casques bleus sont morts, que de l'autre côté, les militaires rwandais ne sont pas morts. Détrompez-vous. Tous ceux qui partagent des informations manipulées sur les réseaux sociaux, il faut les dénoncer. Il faut les interpeller pour qu'ils n'utilisent pas les mégas des Congolais, les téléphones des Congolais pour faire la guerre au Congo. J'espère que sur ce point, nous tous on s'est accordés. Voilà, on va terminer par ici.